So why are you here today?
I've come down to see like-minded people who are against the masks, against vaccination, against lockdown, and against social distancing. And basically, I'm here just to we're living in a time where, like, you know, as you can see, everyone should know about the New World Order.
Of course,
You know what I mean? The Illuminati, stuff like that. But really, it's all kind of like coming into biblical perspectives, like judgment, you know, the last days. So we've got to get right with the Creator. You know, it's all about the Creator.
Why are you here today at this protest?
Well, I wouldn't normally have come. I've been pretty busy with other things.
Okay.
But
My name is
Tuan, Anton T.
Nice to meet you, fella. So just finding out, so like, you're here today, like, why are you here today exactly?
Mate, more than anything, to be like a voice of the crowd, just to say we've had enough of these fucking people.
Yeah,
We've had enough of this fucking shit, mate, you know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm here because I want to be allowed to continue to be me. Anyway.
conversation with people, I've realised that this is, somebody came up with a term the other day that I hadn't heard before.
Okay.
He said it's a flou d'etat.
Ah, flou d'etat.
Yeah.
Like the French.
Yeah, because, you know, in a way, is this just flu? And the banks walked away from the table with their pockets stuffed on day one in April.
Yeah.
And the tech firms have been having money printed for them on day one and continuously ever since. So if they pile up the amount of money that they've made from since April, and they look at how much the country loses if Pret goes bankrupt, or some offices stay shut, then they're going to say, no, let's just carry on closing the economy because we're just printing money and we're all right.
Working with a friend of mine, not a friend of mine, but one guy I work with anyway, and he was like, his wife's dad or something died during the pandemic, but he died because he had cancer for years and he was more or less like on his deathbed, but the hospital cleared it as coronavirus.
Well, the CDC and the WHO have come out with all this information, but you just don't hear it on the mainstream media. You don't hear it on BBC, you don't hear it on Sky.
Yeah. So what are your views on like people that are not here today?
Are not here today, they're full of fear. Fear is the strongest emotion there is.
No, of course, fear is what they do to try and sort of manipulate us and obviously control us in a sense. Because obviously fear is why we have people running off to shops and buying bulk of God knows what. Like when this first started off, to run out of toilet paper.
Yeah.
I don't understand why toilet paper was the main concern.
Absolutely.
In the pandemic. Cool. So what are your views on obviously the mandatory vaccinations?
Well, I know what's in the vaccination because no one even researches anymore, no one studies anymore. They're just online listening to secular music and stuff like that. But really, I know the vaccines have got aborted baby fetus cells in it.
Okay.
They've got biometric technology, nanotechnology in the vaccines. So it will alter your DNA, and then when you alter your DNA, then the life after this, you ain't going to heaven. So don't take the vaccine.
Obviously, we've got cases like cancer and stuff that have been going on for God knows how long, and there's no said vaccine for it.
So this has been in the making for like 50 years. Because I know that the people behind, Soros, Rothschilds, the people behind the scene, behind the Vatican and all that, basically they've been planning this for 50 years. And all it is to depopulate and sterilize people through the vaccine, like autism. Autism wasn't a lot before, but now it's everywhere. Why? Because of the vaccines.
So I take it you're not a face mask wearer. You don't believe that the process of wearing a mask works?
No, because the masks don't do nothing. One, they make you breathe in your own breath, so you're breathing in carbon dioxide. So it's putting your immune system down, and them locking us down and not getting no sun. That's more. You need the sun to get vitamins.
For your vitamin D.
Build up your immune system. So
Yeah.
they're always telling you that the immune system is vital against viruses. So why are they telling us to put our immune systems down?
Like just at the basic level. I mean, forget your conspiracies and whatever you believe, right? Just the basic level. Like the restrictions are just ridiculous, man. They make no sense. And the more and more they make it more confusing, the more people need to be saying to the people in power, yo, what the fuck do you mean by 10 o'clock curfew? What the fuck do you mean you can't have people around my house?
Yeah.
I can't have a fucking barbecue where you can go fucking shoot fucking foxes. Fuck off, man.
No, Bill Gates, big pharma. Mandatory vaccine.
Roadblocks.
Lockdowns.
Roadblocks. We're not here for that, bro. Do you know how many people here that we're talking about?
Hello everybody, my name is @Knowledge, this is ProtestTV. How you doing today, love? What's your name? Amazing. So why are you here today, mate?
I'm protesting for children's rights. I'm protesting I don't want to be vaccinated. I'm autistic, I'm ADHD, and I'm homeless.
Why are you homeless?
Well, I was homeless basically because I took the English government to court in 2000, it started off in 1999 when they walked into my home, woke my son up, removed him to a place of unsafety. They did not follow any checks whatsoever that you should be doing, which is code of ethics and code of conduct for the police. If they have a problem with a child being a threat, which I wasn't he wasn't a threat, obviously. No, he definitely wasn't. I proved it in court, okay?
Stuff. Also, I was going to ask, what's your views on the mandatory vaccine and what they're trying to push?
I would do anything to not have it myself. In my view, adults don't tend to have vaccines because they told them they have to. That's normally something that's done for kids, isn't it? So, and those vaccines were in the past for various things. I mean, if you're worried about it, then do it. But I'm not.
You never fear them.
Those same people, when the food shortages hit, which they will, that's another technique that they use to demoralise nations. The food shortages hit, those same people that were stocking up on toilet rolls, can you imagine that mentality, what they'd do to you? They'd end up bloody eating you.
There was a case of eat out to help out, and everyone was out, and now the month afterwards, everyone stay home again. You don't stay home, you get fined.
So basically they opened up the shops so they can try and blame us. They like to blame us for everything. When it's them, because if there is so-called a virus, which I'm not really a believer in it, but there's some people are dying, you know what I mean? But we don't know what of. But they say it's corona. So anyway, they open up the shops. While they open up the shops, then they let the children back to school. And as they're doing that, they're setting up 5G all underneath the thing, which causes radiation, if you research that. Not saying that's what's causing the deaths, but they've turned it on just as they're going to school, just as they open up the restaurants. Now, they're saying, there's going to be a next wave in October when the flu and the colds are going to come, and they're going to blame it on the corona again.
No, of course. Well, thank you again, my friend, for your time today. So also, like, on the mandatory vaccine and stuff like that, what's your
Mate, you can't force that shit, man. It's against human rights to be forcing that shit, especially your kids. Yo, if there's any parents watching, watch out for your picnic at school, because allegedly, they're fucking pricking kids at school. Without your knowledge, so fucking check that mumps, measles and rubella thing, like fucking give her that. And I had a little argument with my sister about this kind of stuff, man. Right, and she's like, you had them things. When I was 15 and we had consent, I knew what I was getting. You know what I mean? We were told what was going in. They're giving this to fucking kids, not even developed children, you know what I mean? Children under 10. You know what I mean? You can't force it,
So I see
and if you're an adult taking that shit, man, you fucking with that. Because why are you letting these people just tell you need to be vaccinated?
Because it's fear.
Exactly, but why are you scared of them for, bro? Fuck it, man, there's more of us than there are them.
My name, I am born a woman, but I changed it a number of times so I can't be found, but I don't give a shit because at the moment, excuse my French people.
Oh shit!
Yeah, the interview's been stopped.
Kick it ProtestTV. Your side.
ProtestTV, the police are here.
Choose your side. Choose
And look, what's going on?
What's going on? It's a fucking protest,
civil liberties at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Right to peacefully protest is a human right.
What's
all these police are saying you can't have a gathering more than 6 as a protest. No, it's a right to peacefully protest.
No, of course. Your views on mandatory vaccines?
Disgusting.
Hello, my name's George. I'm from Aberdeenshire in Scotland, way up in the north. Just now I'm on the run from the police in Aberdeenshire.
Mandatory vaccine.
They're trying to force people to have.
Well, of course they are. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
That is the bottom line. Why don't they mention about everybody get out in that sunshine? Everybody go on that beach. Breathe that sea air. No, lock down. If they were interested in getting you healthy, the immune system is the best defence we have.
No,
and they're suppressing it by keeping people indoors, keeping them locked up, filling them with fear.
Yeah.
Fear produces cortisol, the stress hormone.
Okay.
And that completely suppresses your immune system. Everything they're doing to you is suppressing, destroying your immune system.
That's in terms of wearing the whole face mask kind of thing as well, because you obviously
hypoxia.
You're breathing in your own air.
CO2. It's another handy.
Obviously, I've got my coat on, my handbag sorted, bang, bang, bang at the door again. Who is it? It's the cops. Now, there's 2 cops. Before there was a cop and a social worker who's already removed my son without doing any corroboration. So, I said, look, I'm going to make a formal complaint. I've been told to go down to the desk sergeant at this particular police station. I won't mention which one it is. And the next thing is, I'm under arrest.
So when was it that you filed for the...
Hold on. Then I'm under arrest. Now.
Do you know anything about Big Pharma and Bill Gates?
Yeah.
Yeah? What's your views on that?
That's where it's all headed.
Yeah.
You know, it's you can see from the bloody stress result. You know, they're trying to pretend that there's a second wave of cases, and it's bollocks.
Yeah.
You know, you look at that guy's thing the other day, his chart. The chart is going down, and he's extrapolated it exponentially.
And we're here to obviously share knowledge, and hopefully everyone has a clear understanding of what's really going on in today's society.
So what is really going on?
There's a lot going on. Where do you want to start?
I think there's a lot of the older people, they're definitely taking them out.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
I've seen that. The business model, as I understand it, with respect to people who are older, is they analyse if they've got assets, and if they've got assets, then they go after them. And when they go after them, what they basically say is, they say, you've got Alzheimer's, you've got dementia. And then they say, you've got to go to you say, oh no, you know, we don't want to go to care home, they don't have Alzheimer's dementia, they say, no, you do. Then they go to a specific place called the Court of Protection, which is a secret court in Holborn. No one knows what goes on in there. If it's your case, then you know, but you can't really ever know about any of the other cases. If you're interested in covering stuff that really should be covered that no one really covers, get yourself to the Court of Protection, find out what's going on in there, because local authorities have taken unprecedented levels of power. No one is really, because of the death of, if there was decent local journalism, you wouldn't be here, you wouldn't be doing this. It's because that it doesn't exist that you're doing this, because you know that you're not being told everything.
When the police or anyone removes you from your home under Section 186, if I got that correct, okay, what it's called, okay, what happens is you have to have a doctor go in there and actually sign that to you. Now with the coronavirus laws, by the way, guys, okay, the coronavirus laws, any police, any social service worker, any nurse has the same rights, but you've lost all them laws. So anybody can walk into your home now, look at the coronavirus laws. So sorry to interrupt, but just make sure you understand that. They don't need to do the things that they used to do back then up until lockdown. The next thing that happened anyway, I'm sick.
Even if you're right. So they force you to question your sanity, and then ultimately they take it all the way. They take it to court and they put you in a care home. So there must be a lot of people in care homes that don't belong there. They put them in there, then they over-medicate them, and then when they finish with that, what they do is they look at the asset of the house or the flat. They work out how much it is. So it's about 1,500 quid a week to be in a care home. They go down to the value zero. That's when they stop feeding you. That's when they drug you up proper, and that's when they stop giving you water. When you die, then they cremate you, so the ashes means that you can't have an autopsy, and the lawyers overbill via the council and take the money home. So that's how there is an unholy alliance between local government, lawyers and barristers, Ministry of Justice, and the NHS, and the care homes. And they have that whole thing sewn up. And that's how old people die. Younger than they should. They drug them up and they kill them basically. But it's like the Israeli state. They don't have a capital punishment. They don't call it murder. They just death happened here.
We haven't got the test.
I was going to ask, what's your views on the restrictions and stuff that they've implemented?
You shouldn't have to sign in to go to a pub. You're a free human being. You shouldn't have to be like, yeah, here's my name and my phone number. No, because it's a slippery slope. You're going to have to do that to every single store, and it's this track and trace NHS app that's going to be in every store. So you won't be able to get in. It's a digital currency that's coming in. We're going to be fucked.
Treat us like adults. Give us the facts. Let's make our own mind up. That's all we want. That's all we want. It's just freedom to make our own choice.
Military, the Air Force, do not want you to know about this stuff because they want you to think the police are in control, the army is control, the Air Force is in control, and the government's in control. And they are controlled by the likes of George Soros and people higher up. Well, the whole system is crumbling now because the media is allowing people to know. So anyway.
So if that goes under like government control and stuff and that then?
Government tyranny. It's the biggest enemy at the end of the day. So everyone has to fight against it, not enough people are. Because you give up liberties and you don't give a shit because it's like, it's only, I've got to scan my phone. It's like, no, you've got to stand up at every single opportunity. And you can't give anything to it.
He talks a lot of sense, but he talks a lot of bollocks at the same time. What Ike says is the, what should you call it? The
control the position.
No, the tiptoe, the
totalitarian tiptoe.
Totalitarian tiptoe. They take away our liberties slowly by slowly, and we end up having nothing, mate.
So you're government, obviously you lot are not face mask wearers when you lot travel
I'm
back.
not exempt.
That's good sense.
do not be like, right, listen, it's going to come to it. Oh yeah, pubs are closing at 10. They ain't going to do shit. We're going to get a second wave, and we're going to all be locked down again. And it's going to be, oh, you didn't do shit. And they're going to blame it on all of us for being here at the end of the day.
No, of course not, yeah. Because I spoke to someone earlier, and they said obviously the second wave is nonsense due to the fact that we're heading into flu season and all of that anyway. So obviously they're just going to fabricate the numbers and so on.
And cases, you shouldn't just look at cases. You need to be looking at cases at looking at positive test cases in proportion to test as one. You need to be looking at deaths.
Deaths also is a big one, yeah.
Like just cases. If you're doing 10,000 tests and you're doing 1 million tests, obviously there's going to be more cases.
Yeah, of course,
It's
100%. So final question, what would you say is the new normal?